It's TCP in the morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Wake up.
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 Wake up, y'all.
Wake up.
Wake up. It's TCP in the morning.
TCP in the morning. Let's go.
It's TCP in the morning.
TCP in the morning.
It's 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 TCP in the morning. You don't want to miss this.
Wake up. It's TCP in the morning. Woo!
Is more than a mask. This is power. Your power. To keep stores and businesses open. To cheer for the home team. To enjoy your favorite treats. To protect your family and community. The power to help beat this crisis is in your hands. All you have to do is wear it on your face. Let's mask up for Lancaster.
My name is Shane Meadows. I am the co-founder and co-executive director of Advantage Lancaster, a nonprofit for young people trying to help them seek higher education opportunities or post-secondary opportunities. The past year and a half, the COVID-19 epidemic has affected our organization specifically in just ways in which we mentor and connect with young people. It is very hard, extremely hard, to make connections with young people through Zoom. And so I would say probably the hardest thing to do through this epidemic is creating new relationships, building on bonds that we had in the past, just being able to touch your students, give them a hug or a high five, or just sharing meaningful experiences in person. And so we lost out on 18 months or 19 months of being able to share each other's stories, give each other hugs, laugh, smile, and basically have in-person programming. Advantage Lancaster's relationship with Dr. Hamlin is a personal relationship first. So Sharice and I, we are both founders of nonprofits that are run by African American and founded by African American people. So we connect at a certain level through that. So we talk to each other about advice on how can we collaborate, or even, what are some pitfalls in the nonprofit world that we should be aware of, or what are some grant opportunities that we should be aware of. There'll be opportunities for Advantage Lancaster students to work for Patients Are Waiting. So as an educator for 20-some plus years, I work with children. I'm a 6th grade teacher as well as a nonprofit co-founder. So I thought it was really important for me, as far as me being safe and being in the classroom with students, as well as my mom is in her 70s. I just lost my dad, and I just felt like I wanted to hug my mom. And like I said on a Zoom call, you can't hug your mom on a Zoom call. You can't wipe away tears on a Zoom call. And so I knew as soon as I got the opportunity to get vaccinated, I was going to do so, because I wanted to be safe for my family, for the students that I taught, but on a personal level for my mother. I wanted to be able to be with my family, and it was a no-brainer for me in that aspect. As far as the pandemic affecting communities of color, anytime you have extreme situations like a pandemic, not like we have these all the time, but it's always going to affect communities of colors or those underrepresented in life even more than other communities. And so I would read in the paper or see on the news the numbers and the disproportionate rates of how it was affecting people of color. And so I thought it was very important for me to do my part in making sure that I was safe and making sure the people in my family could be safe. I just thought it was just really important for people of color to take it seriously. I'm very optimistic when I look at what Patients Are Waiting is doing. I mean, they're mobilizing. I mean, every weekend you see them offering the vaccine to people. And I'm not sure what the turnout is, but they're not stopping. And so that gives me hope that, there are people out there that are continuing to fight and, get that message out that the virus is real, And if you want to be safe, this is an option for you. So I'm very optimistic as far as I do know that there are healthcare workers and there are people that are, still fighting the fight as far as making sure that the right information and the vaccine is getting out to people who may be reluctant, who may have some hesitancy.
What's going on, folks? TCP in the morning.
What up?
3 out of the 4 team here today, at least on camera. You can hear the sweet sounds of DJ 00 in the background. He's currently gigging. Want to welcome you all to the Health Equity Music Festival, the first of its kind, man. What's going on, y'all?
That's dope.
What up?
You know what? I need this to happen without COVID and be outside at like Loans Park.
Oh yeah.
But still do shots, still do maybe physicals, maybe get women some birth control and other women needed resources.
Dig it.
I mean, especially since the founders of the people who organized this are OBGYN.
Right.
So we could do this bigger.
Right. And we certainly will once we know that it's safe.
And that's how we do this now so that we can do that later.
Do that later. Do this now so we can do that later. Dig it.
I'm ready to get mine.
Yo.
Loving it.
I would like to say this. My youngest daughter got hers, and at the beginning, she dip dodge.
She like Darrell Sproles out there.
Yo.
Like she was like boop boop
She's
boop.
like a salamander.
Two steps.
I knew that she was fast, but damn, not that fast.
Right, we about to put her out for track.
We
about to put her out for football.
I'm about to say I'm putting her on the football team. That's little Reggie Bush.
Right, like she like slipped through. There were like 4 adults. Trying to get one little girl.
and slip through everybody.
She said dip game.
Right. I was like, man, I never have to worry about her getting caught by the cops.
I thought she was doing ladder drills. When she got down though, she got it. She's like, oh really?
Right. She
that's all.
Like, oh, this is it.
Right.
This is it. Oh, all right.
And then it was almost like she was disappointed in herself. Like, dang, I just did all of that.
Right.
That was it.
And now I got to, because I done made the promise of ice cream, and I was like, man, it wasn't even a big deal. Like, you know what? You're getting ice cream sandwich. Not even a full ice cream.
You're a frozen Go-Gurt.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Frozen Go-Gurt. There you go.
Oh my, that's awful. That is not ice cream. That's
worse
worse than gelato.
They call them gelatos, right?
Right.
I saw gelato as a frozen Go-Gurt.
It's fancy. You know what I mean?
Listen,
this is ice cream of Europe, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Ice cream of Europe. So just to let you all know, there will be a musical performance by none other than Tyrion Mack. I cannot wait for that. We have an interview with him coming up soon, and also we have a interview with some people that were affected by COVID. So there's going to be some COVID stories coming up in about 2 minutes, folks. So do what you do what we like you to do. Share the stream. Let people know what is going on. And also there will be a musical performance in about 20 minutes or so. So our first guest that we're actually going to speak with is the executive director here, Josh Hunter. So folks, I'm going to go on ahead and get Josh, and team, let people know what else is going on down here.
All right, so you know what else? There's actually one of my favorite things. Hi, I got a superstar here. I got some superstar heroes. These ladies have been holding it down. Yes, dear, yes.
Listen, we are down here at Christmas Sacks. If you don't know where we're at, we're down at this event sponsored by Patients Are Waiting. And listen, we're doing it. All right, we're getting set up here.
All right.
As we get set up, look, you guys, come on down. Come get your vaccine. Come get your booster. Either way, come down here. Bring your mask. Come have a good time. Come get vaxxed up. Come vax that thing up, baby.
All right.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Josh Hunter in the building. You know, I'm gonna give you a better introduction than that. I'm sorry. Girls came up on stage, and just kind of took over. All right, but that's the way. We're gonna keep rolling. How you doing tonight, though, man?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. How was your holidays?
Man, it was great. It was super relaxing. So definitely grateful for some self-care.
Back on the grind, right?
Absolutely.
Right. All right. So, how do you feel about this event tonight? Like, what was it like prepping for it, getting ready for it?
I think it's amazing, you know, just knowing like the lineup and just to see, I mean, honestly, just to see so many black and brown folks just in one place is amazing. But to know what the, you know, to know the bigger game plan, to know the vision behind it, is just a little bit more meaningful for us here tonight.
So, tell us a little bit about your experience. Like, what have you been going through lately? Like,
so for me, prior to me getting my vaccination, getting my shot, my grandmother passed away. You know, she was the matriarch of our family, but to not be able to be there in her last moments really took a toll on me. Just about that, you know, that connection, but you know, the chance to really say goodbye. There was a lot of stipulations from the hospital about how many people could be in the room, and you know, how many people can go and visit. You know, I don't. For me, I don't know if it would have been just a little bit more, you know, pushing for her if her family was there. Her family was, you know, surrounded around her. But for me, that really took a big toll on me.
Oh, wow. Okay, so COVID, we've been actually dealing with COVID for going on 2 years now.
Absolutely.
So how has your life changed because of COVID?
I think for us, we always, so the last year we said, you know what, this is going to be 2 weeks. And then we're like, oh, it's a year. And then this year comes and we're like, you know what, we finally made some leeway, and now we're back with another variant, and you're like, there's no end in sight at this point. So for me, it's all about pivoting, adjusting, and just being resilient. So for us, you know, the whole game changed as far as like how we can serve our clients and how we can just be with our family and be with our friends. So a lot of it is just adjusting to what our new norm is. Not to say that's always been easy, because this is a tough battle, but I think when you fight for something that you truly care about, you keep going.
Awesome. You hear that, guys? Keep on going. I love that. Keep on going. And you know what, though? Because COVID keeps on going.
It does.
It keeps on. It's persistent. It changes. They have moved from the Greek alphabet to some other stuff. Like, and,
Fluella.
right. And now that they're there, I'm sitting up here like, well, then, did we already finish the Greek alphabet? How did we just jump? We're supposed to be at, I don't know, epsilon, zeta, something.
They're the ones they don't tell us about, right?
Right. We're all the ones they forgot to tell us about. Now we're here at, like, IUD and all this other stuff.
So, being down here at Crispus Attucks, you get to see the effects that go on, actually, the effects that happen inside the community. You know, what has that been like?
I think there's been a lot of trauma. Yeah, there was trauma before COVID, but I think what we're seeing now is that traumatic effect of people having to be home, having to share and be in that space, and really not have the tools to be able to navigate some of these troubled waters. I think what we're experiencing is a lot of our families are CNAs, or they're in the nursing field, or you know, they're on the front line. Those are those frontline workers. So they have to go to work. They have to be out there. So you know, some of these kids are at home, but also when these parents are coming home, they're tired, and reasonably so. They're working these long hours. They're putting in these extra shifts to make sure other people are safe. But we're also not keeping in mind that that their families are struggling and suffering. So we're seeing some of those effects with the kids coming in. You know, it's really taking a toll on the whole family dynamic, and it hurts for us, because you know, when we come here, we are that safe place, but then they have to go back home, and then they don't get the attention that they deserve from some of the other adults who showed up for them before COVID was here.
Oh yeah, definitely. You might have gotten used to seeing somebody like every day. And now you're hardly seeing them once a week, or even just a physical connection.
Absolutely.
Or even like, as we talk about parents going back to work and kids needing affection and things like that. There was a time when kids would like look forward to going to school because they knew they would get a hug.
Absolutely.
You know, or they would get a meal. They're getting breakfast. They're getting lunch. So I mean, it really has had an impact on all these different facets of our society.
Absolutely. I think that's been our biggest thing, is not to be able to like that physical connection of giving a kid a hug, giving a kid a handshake, just really just showing them that, you know, we can speak as much, but you know, I always know that actions speak louder than words. So sometimes a kid needs that hug, and I know a lot of parents that come home from some of these situations and have to lock themselves in their rooms to be isolated to make sure that they're not spreading anything to their families. So they're taking that extra precaution and isolating themselves altogether, and you know, they're not having that ability to connect in that way.
So with having patients are waiting here at Crispus Attucks tonight and doing this, why do you think this is important, not just for the families that Crispus Attucks services, but just for the families of the general community as a whole?
I think you get that sense of hope. I think we always want to remain hopeful. We always want to be steadfast because we're always resilient. We always come out on top. That's one thing I know to be true, is that we're going to come out on top. But for me, this is about being hopeful. It's about being safe. It's about taking care of someone other than ourselves.
See, not only are they doing the vaccine and the boosters here tonight, they're also helping out with rental assistance, utility assistance, whether you need assistance with your water bills as well. So come on down. There's a lot more going on than just vaccines and booster shots. You know, Crispus Attucks continues to play a pivotal role in the community. You know, being being the bridge, the conduit to get the community what it needs. You know, so thank you for that.
Absolutely.
All right, so DJ Quiet Storm, did you have anything?
Yeah. I don't know if you all already talked about it. But you personally, how has COVID touched you personally?
I touched on it a little bit, just about like not being able to be present with my grandmother when she was in the hospital. There were so many rules and regulations. Only one person could go in, had to be that designated person. So we have gotten creative with technology and Zooming and doing all these other things. And for me, I felt like it brought our family together a little bit more, just because we couldn't physically be together, but through that virtual lens and always being able to connect and knowing that we were on this phone call at this point in time. But to know that we couldn't gather together. That's one thing as a family that we do, is we always want to be together. We always want to hang out. But to know that we only have to stay in our households was a little bit tricky. And we had to, so that's where that creativity came out about. And I'm pretty sure it's with everyone's family. Everyone had to get creative. So meeting up on trails and just doing some things that honestly I've said I was never going to do. I was like, listen, you ain't going to have me out here hiking, put my book back on. But you know, you get creative and you do things to get outside and just to be able to see other people and connect with other folks. So for me, it was definitely about just that connection piece. I think we've lost that feeling and that physical, you know, just that simple hug, that simple handshake. I think that's been the biggest effect on us, and not being able to be present for other folks. I think people have always known, oh, we know Josh is going to be here, we know Josh is going to be there, but to know those things were taken away and to say, you know what, I'm not sure when I'm going to see someone again.
Right.
I hope I do. I hope I'm able to see this person. One thing that I've learned through this is life is super short. Take the time to love, take the time to nurture, take the time to be present.
Right. And for those watching that may have been if they're still straddling the fence or anything like that, if you could make a pitch to them, not so much the people where it's a hard no or anything like that, but somebody that doesn't need or maybe doesn't want to hear it from a health official, doesn't want to hear it from a doctor or a suit or anything like that. Like if they want to hear a pitch from a human, you know, somebody that was touched by COVID, was affected by COVID, what would you say to them?
I would tell you to go for it. I would tell you that life is bigger than yourself. It's about you, it's about your family, but it's about protecting others. I think that it was my personal choice to get educated about it. At first I said, no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. They're trying to kill me. That was my truest thoughts.
Right.
But after I received the education, and I'm going to be honest with you, I went to folks who look like me to get true opinions about, you know, this vaccination. And, you know, I did my research, I did my homework, and then I took the selfishness part of me and said, if I can do this for anyone, if I can do this for my family, because I know that there's a chance that I'm not going to take this home to them. There's a chance that I'm not going to spread it to someone else. Yes, you can still get COVID with the vaccination. Absolutely, that's been proven. But your chances are a little bit greater being vaccinated,
Right.
and I still mask up, I still wash my hands, I still follow other protocols. Being vaccinated doesn't mean everything just stops and you're not going to get it. You know, it's still there. I would just say do your research, do your homework, and if for anything else, do it for those you love.
Dig it. I appreciate you coming up, brother. We are going to get our next guest to come up, Ms. Karima Burgess. But first, Lady L, can you tell us about your personal story dealing with COVID and so forth?
So there were actually quite a few members of my family who had actually gotten COVID. All women, oddly enough. They were all women who had gotten COVID. My 2 aunts and my mother had gotten COVID. One aunt actually ended up at the hospital for a little bit. My mom kind of just, first of all, my mom didn't even tell anybody she had COVID. Like literally, like they went over to go see her, go see how she was doing. And she's like, oh yeah, I got coronavirus. And we're like, ma'am, everybody's in your house right now. So there was that. And then my other aunt who just turned 74, she had COVID as well. And it was crazy. It was crazy because she actually, nobody else in her house caught COVID. And so it was hilarious because she started having like a little joke saying like, oh, well, nobody else got it in the house because they all on that CMOS and I'm not taking it.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, that must be how I got COVID. So she's like, because nobody else in the house got it. You know, and she does everything in the house. So I thought that was very interesting. So those are just a little bit about how COVID had, came into my world since it's gotten into our world. So we're here with our next guest, a community activist.
Yes.
Hello, Miss Karima.
Hey.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. Yep. Hey, listen, guys, show some love and share the stream. Share the stream. Let's show some love for Karima. Let's share the stream because we're about to have a serious conversation about COVID, coronavirus, and just how it's just impacting all of us on some level. It's almost like 6 degrees of separation, but with a disease.
It's powerful. I mean, if somebody asks you like to identify it in one word, I would say powerful. I've had it twice. Once before I got vaccinated and once right after I received my booster, like the same day I got exposed.
Wow.
So I think CVS exposed me, but but it's powerful. It's scary. It has you reevaluating just your life altogether. I think what made me get vaccinated is after I had my first exposure, I literally was fighting for my life. Found myself praying like, if I get through this, I swear I would do everything right. Like,
you have one of those moments like, God, if you get me out of this one this time.
Yes, it's very scary because you don't know what you're dealing with. All the research and all of the articles, it's really not telling you much. It's telling you just enough for you to know what you're dealing with, but then it changes. So that's what really made me get vaccinated because I was like, listen, I don't know what this is. It's not going to say that the vaccine is going to make it better, but it's going to help me fight it. And with me having severe hypertension, diabetes, kidney disease, I have serious health conditions. So the first time when I got exposed, like I was really fighting for my life because I was like, it was triggering all those things. Medication wasn't working. I was fighting just the virus plus lowering my high blood pressure, keeping my sugar levels. I didn't know what to eat. The things that was making me better was also making me sick. So it was just crazy. So after I got through it, and it took me a month. And I was still dealing with after effects. I said I gotta get vaccinated because even if it doesn't cure me all the way, I have something to help me fight it. So when I got exposed the second time, it wasn't as bad as the first time, and it only took me 5 days to get over it. Then it took the whole 1 month. And I have a lot of people in my life that depends on me. And so if I'm not here, it affects a whole lot of people. So I have to make sure I take whatever precautions or whatever that can help me. Even though it can't help me all the way, it's still questionable about the vaccine, but I got Johnson & Johnson. And the day I got Johnson & Johnson, I got my shot, and then an email went out from my job saying, oh, they pulled it. And I was in the doctor's office freaking out, crying, like, I'm gonna die! They're killing me! Like, I freaked out. I called my friends, like, please tell everybody I love them the best. It was scary, you know, for that to happen. Like, as soon as I got out of the seat, like, my boss sent me the email, like, oh, they pulled it. And I'm like, you're trying to kill me! So, even though I'm still here, but it's a
Thank the
very
Lord.
powerful, yes.
Thank the Lord.
It's a very, very, very powerful situation. That's all I can't say nothing negative about it. It happens. I mean, we take the flu shot.
Can you tell us your what was the worst thing about it? Like between both times, the worst thing you can remember that you wouldn't wish that on anybody?
Not knowing if you're gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna be honest. There's times where I wouldn't go to sleep because I was that scared. It attacks your lungs first. So you have like this really bad cough, and you're constantly coughing. You can't breathe. You're literally fighting to breathe. So I was scared to go to sleep. You know, my son kept coming in my room like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" And so he was freaking me out even more. And so because I went through that, I made sure that he had every precaution to not get it. Because he has a very weak immune system, and it attacks people with weak immune systems. But the worst experience I've ever had in it is not knowing what the next day was about for me.
What is that feeling like when like you're breathing? Like what is that like? Like a lot of people don't know what it's like to go to sleep and not be able to breathe. Like I feel like
have somebody ever have you ever went to the pool when you was younger and you was chilling with your friends on the side of the pool thinking you were cute and handsome?
I don't know about thinking.
Right?
I don't know about thinking.
And someone threw you in the pool. That's what you know how to swim, but that moment you don't know how to swim and you're gasping for air and you think you're drowning and it's your last day.
All I remember about that part is that it feels like your nose is like burning, like there's something like
somebody just took your whole face and closed it. That's what it feels like you're constantly gasping. It hurts to talk. Like my friends thought doing FaceTime was the coolest thing while I had COVID. And I'm just like, I can't talk to y'all. Like I can't breathe. So it's very, very scary because you literally see yourself changing. Your face is changing, your body is changing, your body behaviors are starting to change. You become slumped. Like you just go from your age to like an old person overnight. And so it's very, very scary.
So how has recovery been for you with your other ailments and recovering from COVID?
I'm gonna be honest. I said that if I got over COVID, I could get over anything. So when I was finished with COVID, I was like, screw high blood pressure, screw. But it's been, everything is like extra precaution, Just make sure you take your meds because if you get the COVID, you got to make sure that your body has enough medication in it to be able to, regulate your levels. So it's been very, very, stressful. It's stressful because it's like, okay, if COVID don't kill me, high blood pressure is going to kill me. For having COVID, my level's going to go up for diabetes and I'm going to lose my feet. So it's like...
Yeah, diabetes is scary. That's something a lot of people don't realize. You work so hard to get your liver levels down to that, what's that threshold, that 4.0, to reach that threshold where you don't have to...
When you right there.
Yeah, then you can't have something else coming in and mess with your immune system.
Right.
Kind of gets in the way, messes up everything.
Yeah. And, I after I had COVID, I went to go get like a doctor's check, and that's how I found out my kidneys were failing. And so I'm not too sure if having COVID, you know, affected my kidneys. With having high blood pressure and diabetes, it already affects your kidneys somewhat. But my levels are like so high that it's like it's literally failing, and it's right after I had COVID. So you just gotta take care of yourself, honestly. That's what it boils down to. Before you get it, take care of yourself. After you get it, take care of yourself, because it's a thin line between life and death.
So do you feel like you got a new lease on life?
I got definitely a new look on life. I definitely do. I lost a lot of friends and family due to COVID, but I definitely, every day I wake up, I'm so happy. You know, you have this feeling that if you walk into Walmart, you're gonna get sick, and that might be your last visit to Walmart. So you gotta live it to your fullest at this point. So every day I have a smile, and believe me, it's hard for me to smile. But I always have, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. And even when I went through the 5 days of just being exposed over the New Year's, which I'll have my first exposure the same time. So now I'm thinking that every year am I going to go through this? Because last year I was fighting COVID, and then this year I was fighting COVID again around the same time. Wow. So then I'm like, okay, to just have like some kind of manifest Netflix movie kind of theory going on here. So
I dig it.
So yeah, so every day is just, I appreciate every day waking up. I really do.
That's great. That is great.
Well, glad you're all right, Karima. Like, you're a good person. Like, you do a lot of good things for the not just for the community, but like for a lot of things that people don't talk about. You know, that goes unnoticed. You know, the wins. You know, with the one-on-ones and stuff that you have with people. You know, whether that's the kids you're working with or whoever. You know, so you're a big part. Like, we need you in this world. You know, one of the good ones. We need to stick around.
I mean, that's what I said. Like, I mean a lot to a lot of people. I have 5, juveniles that depends on me who got sick. I got sick because they were sick. And, my staff got sick. And I was the very last one to tell my staff, everybody go get tested, go quarantine. I'm going to make sure I'm the last one to quarantine and get tested. So I waited till everybody got tested, everybody got better, and then I went. Unfortunately, when I got sick, it was like, what should we do? It's like the top of the pyramid is getting weak. But I put me last and put everybody, put everybody first. It's hard being me, but I be me, and I don't do it looking for nothing at all. And that's the way you should be, honestly.
All right. Well, DJ Quiet Storm, we over here asking all the questions of our lovely, lovely guests here. Did you have any questions for Miss Karima?
Well, that's because I'm way over here.
What?
And I don't know if y'all can hear me, so I'm just playing the background. I'm doing producer over here. So I mean,
She can hear. I can't hear.
like yo, y'all are doing an amazing job. So like I don't want to stop the momentum, but what I do want to ask is really the same thing that I asked Josh. For those people that are on the fence, not so much for the people that it's like, no, I'm not doing it, but for those people that are like, I really don't know. You as somebody that experienced it, what would you tell them to kind of get off the fence?
I was on the fence. Like, I was one of those people like, oh, absolutely not. You're not sticking me with none. I don't know what that is. I got sick. And I tell people, don't wait until you get sick. Don't wait until you're to the point where you're crying and asking God to spare your life or at that moment. Look into it, research it, and if it's not, saying what you need to say, look into it some more, but get it done, because it's not gonna completely cure you, but it will help you fight it. And it's a virus that you can't fight it alone. You need something else to go behind it. And so that was the difference, and I saw the difference when I first had it. I didn't have nothing to fight it. NyQuil was weak to it. It was like, yeah, get that out of here. Cough medicine, yeah, whatever. But then when I got the vaccination and I was able to take NyQuil and Robitussin, the vaccine helped me fight it. And if you definitely have a weak immune system, I think you should do it. You definitely need to do it because you need something to be stronger than over-the-counter medication.
So don't drink bleach.
I can't hear.
Don't drink bleach.
Don't drink what?
Don't
Listen,
drink
I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to drink everything in the bar when I had it. Like, you know when your mother tell you like you get a little sore tooth, you gotta put a little Hennessy or a little gun. I wanted a lot of Hennessy that day. Like, yeah, don't drink bleach, please. Like, don't kill yourself.
Love it. Well, Karima, thank you for coming on. I hope that this ain't the last time that we have you on. Yeah, because you do a lot around the community that like a lot of it it's in the shadows. You know, like people don't know like how much of a force you really are. So I mean,
know soon.
Right, exactly. And we gonna shine that light. And yeah, thank you so much. Any parting words or anything like that?
Get vaccinated, get your boosters, stay up with your health, and keep in touch with your doctors. That's all I can say. A lot of people, especially African American, they don't like the doctor, you know. And right now, take advantage of what the pandemic is giving us. It's giving us so many free resources,
right?
And so many things in the community that we have access to that we don't have to pay for. Take advantage of it. Definitely take advantage of it.
Crazy just takes a whole pandemic to get some of these resources, to get these things, make these things happen.
And I remember they told me I made too much. Now they pay my rent. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I needed to have COVID to get, okay, no problem. Like, I needed COVID next year.
You need people to die. You need people to be close to dying before you take care of them.
Right.
And just to let the folks know that are listening and watching, we are at Crispus Attucks right now at the Health Equity Festival, Music Festival. Just to let you all know, anyone getting vaccinated tonight gets entered to win a makeup transformation with Makeup and Magic, valued at $150 on top of a gift certificate to Weiss Market. So let me say that one more time, all right? For those people in the back that cannot hear me, if you get vaccinated tonight, if you come on down to Crispus Attucks, Soulfully Famous is here serving it up. We got DJ Double O on the ones and twos. Terry and Mac is going to be performing in just a couple minutes. But also anyone getting vaccinated tonight gets entered to win a makeup transformation with Makeup and Magic, valued at $150. I'm about to tell Lady L get boosted so that she can.
Listen,
what happened? Like,
If you're already vaccinated,
You got your booster, right?
Okay. Yeah, I do.
tell your friend.
You can put in for it.
Tell your friend. Come down here, get vaccinated, and then toss you the makeup. Make sure the friend's a man, so that he won't.
Yo, Valentine's Day is coming.
Right, Valentine's Day. Yes.
Y'all gonna be lonely again.
I'm about to get boosted just to enter myself in that contest, so that I have a gift for Valentine's Day.
Look at it this way: if you don't get vaccinated or boosted, at least you have an excuse and reason to be alone this year.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's the reason I'm alone this year.
I was literally like, yo, you guys must be listening to the social media feeds because Valentine's Day was popping up all over my stuff, and I'm like,
already?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, they're selling it at Walmart already.
Oh my God!
I already got my chocolates.
The little ugly brown dog that's always out there. Not out there.
It looks a little cuter this year. They use like a
They got a bow now.
a softer plush in it.
People on my timeline still talking about how they still got their Christmas tree up.
Listen, I still got mine up.
My tree's still
You're
up.
supposed to take it down like after New Year's, right?
I thought it was after Three Kings Day. But then I asked myself, why are black people like that? Y'all don't know what Three Kings Day
Or
is.
we could just hold on to it and make it
I'm just playing.
We're gonna make it a Black History tree for MLK Day.
That's what my mom actually did one year.
I just want
She
to see
made
how
it a
long
Black
it lasts
History
without
tree.
water. I just want to see how long it lasts without water. I don't see how long till the last needle.
You gonna have them pine needles
Until the
all
last
over your
needle falls
house.
off. We don't get rid of it.
To the last.
You ever realize that? Like, it stinks your house.
That's a poll for the audience. For the audience members, when is a good time
What's the latest?
to
What's
take
the
down
latest?
your tree? Like,
Valentine's Day too late.
Should you entertain a Black History tree? Like, is that what we're doing? A Martin Luther King Day tree?
I like a Black History tree.
Yeah, I kind of like
Yeah,
it.
Black History tree.
Oh man.
Why not?
Oh man. A Black History. So that's what we're doing.
I'm down.
A Black History
First of
tree.
all, do you know how much a Christmas tree costs? Absolutely. I want all
Let it
my
rock.
money
Let
first.
it rock.
I want $1. I needed to stay up for every dollar that I paid for this thing.
While we're here, we might as well make it a Thanksgiving tree. Just you know what? From
I mean, listen, hold on.
from November to March, Christmas tree is up.
Hold
We're
on,
just
we're gonna
gonna.
start selling Christmas trees before Thanksgiving. All right, like the date is Thanksgiving. You can't go before Thanksgiving for a Christmas tree.
I
It
can't
won't
believe
make it.
y'all. I can't
That's
believe
how
y'all.
Christmas fires are started.
Right.
That's how
Right.
everybody
Exactly. Exactly.
Buying your Christmas tree too early.
So
And y'all want to have up Christmas trees for 3 months, but can't take care of a cactus.
No. You get your Christmas tree when they start giving them away for free.
That's when
I wanted that to be me.
22nd.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is December 24th. You're getting a 6-footer. You're getting a 6-footer balsamic fir
If it's still
for free.
That's why they're keeping them up this late, because they're getting them on the 24th.
Right, you want to make sure it lasts. You
Give
know,
it a month.
It
Oh, my
took 4
gosh.
hours to decorate the tree.
Trifling. Just
It's more work taking the tree
Right.
down.
They're trying to make it a Black History tree.
What I like to do is, my thing is, I like to start as a Christmas tree and by the end have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. That's when I get rid of it, when it looks like that. Start off good.
Oh man, folks, just want to let you know, this stream is about to end in a couple minutes. We will be back in about 10 minutes. We have a special treat for y'all. Terry and Mac is going to be performing. Cannot wait for that. So yeah, come on back. Like turn y'all radios up.
Let's go.
As Michael Bazin would say, turn your radios up.
We do this.
Because we got a special treat for y'all. Look, put this on.
For the vibe.
Right. Or put this on your Facebook portal
There's
and
other
everything
people
like
that's
that.
Just like sitting in here, just chilling. I get vaccinated, just here hanging.
Right. Like,
It's a vibe. And eating.
and they got famously, soulfully famous downstairs.
Yeah, I'm about to
get me a grub.
Listen,
I want to go work on a sponsorship.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I had already told
You're at
her
Soulfully. We're gonna work on a
what I
sponsorship.
wanted on our food for the night. I was like, yeah, can I just put this thing in now? Because I don't want to. So, but I've seen people coming up here with food, and I'm
Yes,
like,
yes.
you might have forgotten about us.
Yeah. So
But
so
listen,
folks.
she got chicken skewers.
Ooh.
She got empanadas,
Mm.
baked mac and cheese, green beans and potatoes.
My
Or
goodness.
you can get a whole meal. So I mean, come on down here.
Yes. Get yourself some food and some Friday night eats. Looking to have a great time down here. Folks, Terry and Mac is going to be on the other side of this broadcast. So stay on the page. Keep on thumbing through Facebook. And we'll be right back in about 10 minutes. This is your TCP in the morning crew at night. At night. It's like Will Smith. Celebrity houses at night. So TCP in the morning at night. We'll see y'all on the other side. Peace.
Mask. This is power. Your power. To keep stores and businesses open. To cheer for the home team. To enjoy your favorite treats. To protect your family and community. The power to help beat this crisis is in your hands. All you have to